Who are now emerging from the tunnel and onto the pitch and will be starting the game for Leeds United. So a suggestion that it might be 3 weeks before Leeds saw the injured players back has proved to be a little pessimistic, because not only is Gruev in the starting 11, but Roberts and Gnonto are both on the bench as well. So there is a strong look to this Leeds United lineup. Leeds United are in the pink and yellow, the rhubarb and custard, whatever your description is, away kit. And Coventry, of course, the Sky Blues are in Sky Blue. A decent crowd inside the stadium. It's a bright spring-like day. There's a bit of a breeze, to say the least. I think we're on the tail end here of, is it or whoever?
Something like that.
Storm Cath. And so it has been pretty windy. But inside the bowl at the moment, hopefully that isn't going to be too much of a factor in terms of the way that the game plays here. 7 points off the final playoff place, but, and it's a big but, they have 2 games in hand. This, of course, is one of those 2 on Norwich. So if they win both of their games in hand, which naturally we hope, in terms of this one at least, they don't. If they win both of their games in hand, they're right back on the heels of Norwich City. Coventry, of course, are the FA Cup semi-finalists, so there is that for them to look forward to. Does that have any factor or bearing on this fixture, Tony?
Well, I think clearly what that shows is they're doing well. Mark Robbins has produced another, very good side. Had to sell the best players, and yet they come up with another team that is clearly performing at a high level. So with the cup on the horizon, I just think as a player, I'd be thinking, you know what, I got to be playing well each and every game before that semi-final to make sure of my spot in the team. So they've got that to play for, and of course, as you mentioned there, 2 games in hand, but they've still got a chance to get in the playoffs, and that, of course, that has to be the gigantic prize, is trying to get to the Premier League like we are.
Well, Coventry got very close last season. They got to the playoff final where they were beaten by Luton, narrowly beaten by Luton. And they've been in and around the playoff places all this season. They looked a really good side when they played at Ellen Road. They are the last team to take points from Leeds at Ellen Road in that 1-1 draw just before Christmas, when Leeds took the lead through Summerville. And then it was a Coventry equaliser fairly swiftly after through Thomas that was the final scoring on the afternoon. So Leeds know what Coventry can do. Leeds United have to overcome that. They have to better that. They have to make sure that at the end of this afternoon they're heading back up the M1 with points in the bag. Leeds have gone into a huddle in their half. They are in the half at the moment, much closer to where we're sitting. Coventry are preparing themselves away to our right-hand side.
Yes, it's nice to see Gruev back in the side as well, just to give us a bit more control in that midfield area. Of course, last couple of games, a few positional moves. Certainly the Watford didn't really help things with Gruev missing as well, but you'd like to think today that he can get on the ball, get those sharp passes going, and really getting us going, moving us up the pitch.
2 teams in the huddle. And we're almost ready for the off here. You can hear the wind, I think, blowing across the mics as we talk to you from our position. Not too far away from the edge of the pitch, to be honest, but the seating is banked quite steeply here in this arena, so in this stadium, so the sight lines are good. And Leeds United will be watching as they get the game underway. Patrick Bamford standing over the ball, awaiting the signal from our match official, who's Tom Nield. The roar goes up from the home supporters. Maybe first job Leeds have here is to quieten that home support down. As Leeds immediately start to move the ball around in a defensive position in these early stages. Meslier gives the ball to Rodon on the edge of the penalty area. Back it goes to the keeper. And Meslier to Ampadu, the captain, who we heard from in the build-up to kick-off. Kamara, one of those who was struggling with illness in the game on Monday night. All was revealed in the aftermath. Sam Byram not able to sprint in the second half. He's on the bench today.
Yeah, it seemed to be plenty of problems, didn't there, in that particular game, but somehow, some way, we found a way to win. excellent 3-1 win, but now the opportunity really is here, and we've started well, confidently knocking the ball around.
Ampadu at the back. Goes forward to Summerville. Returns the ball to Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu, as he was described by the MC prior to kickoff. Here's Gray down the right for Leeds. Infield to James. James up to the edge of the box. Bamford into the penalty area. Gray pops up, and he just got his foot caught in the turf as he went to strike at the ball from a good position there, Archie Gray, and he scuffed it, and it went straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Well, it's a minute 25 seconds, and we've had every single touch in that minute. So many passes, and we weave our way through, and that actually is a really good chance from Archie Gray. Yes, the angle is difficult, it's bouncing, but the way Archie's played, I expected a better connection, but we, unfortunately, let that one go by.
Ampadu at the back. We don't have the benefits of monitor screens today, so we'll see it once and we'll see it once only, as Ampadu goes back to Meslier, and Meslier comes out to Rodon. Joe Rodon passes the ball forward to Bamford. Lots of space for Bamford in there again. Now Georginio, first touches for him. Goes to his left to Kamara. Kamara just puts it over the top, looking for the run of Firpo, who was well forward, but the pass was overhit, and it goes out for a throw-in.
Came off his foot like a cannon, that one. It was a really good idea, and Firpo found himself in plenty of space, but didn't need to really fire it at him. Unfortunately, it's a throw-in for Coventry.
So the ball down the far touchline as we watch. And then Firpo rolls it on to Georginio. Just tries to put it up into the path down the Leeds left of Summerville. And again, it goes beyond the Leeds man and out for a throw-in.
But again, it's just nice, quick, sharp passing. We're getting ourselves into the game quickly. Georginio already has got on the ball 2 or 3 times.
Ball goes backwards. He's cleared up towards the halfway line. Indeed, Sims it is who flicks it over. And then O'Hare, back in the starting 11 for Coventry, was on the bench for their last game. Here. The ball goes out over that far side touchline. Coventry contrived to lose here against Cardiff City by 2-1. Took the lead in that one, and then 2 Kitching own goals saw the away side to victory in fairly unexpected fashion. Kitching in the side and on the ball here for Coventry now, who push forward into the Leeds half. Palmer through the middle. Ampadu has to defend and does against Sims. Sims nudges him over. That's a free kick. And that is close enough for us to be able to make a confident call that was a shoulder push by Sims on Ampadu. Down he went. Leeds get a free kick.
Well, frankly, it was quite ridiculous, wasn't it? Challenge. Ampadu just reads it extremely well. Always was getting there ahead of Sims, and Sims just took him out.
Gray sets off on a run forward for Leeds, crossing the halfway line, puts it up. He was expecting Dan James somewhere over his right shoulder, wasn't quite where he was waiting, and so the ball is shepherded behind, and that will be a goal kick. Bidwell puts himself between man and ball. Coventry have the chance to play out with Brad Collins taking a short pass to Kitching. Kitching goes with a long crossfield ball onto the halfway line, flicked into the path of Sims. Challenges a good one from Rodon to get Kamara going to his left. Down the line it goes for Summerville to chase, and he'll get there as well. Summerville not popular with the Coventry fans, not entirely sure why. Summerville in possession for Leeds United. Georginio spins through one challenge, but can't get the ball back to Summerville. And Coventry have it on the edge of their own penalty area with Thomas.
Got to say, I'm at a loss as well with regard to Summerville. Not sure why the booing is there, but needs to get him on the ball.
The Leeds are coming with Georginio, who's into the penalty area, tucks it in for Firpo, rolls it into the middle, still there for Bamford, shoots goalwards, it's blocked, comes back out to the edge of the area, shot in, again it's blocked on its way towards goal from Gruev, and Leeds United very, very close to the opening goal of the game on more than one occasion there.
Just couldn't find enough space, could be, to squeeze it home, but you're right, really good play. Bamford, Gruev, plenty of blue shirts in the way, but we're getting opportunities already.
Kamara looked like he was dragged down. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. Coventry have possession back. And they put it forward for O'Hare. Great challenge from Archie Gray, who'd read the situation well and came across to deal with it. Gruev back to Firpo, involved in the build-up for those chances made by Leeds there. Ampadu. Ampadu sets off. Gets the lucky break back. Gruev standing behind him to pick up the pieces. And then a square ball to Kamara. Kamara, on it goes to Summerville, spins quickly, runs goalwards. Still going Summerville, up to the edge of the D. He's got James waiting in the penalty area, puts it across. And the defender on the edge of the 6-yard box slides in to make the block to bring Leeds the game's first corner.
It's a wonderful play again, this time from Summerville, but what's interesting is Coventry aren't really engaging or pushing high up onto us, so they're going back and trying keeping it tight, yet they're not, because Summerville there picks it up in between the lines. It's a great run, and Dan James there, I think he had plenty of time to whip it in, but didn't have that much time. Fullback got back well.
Gruev goes long, heads up at the far post. It's cleared from the edge of the 6-yard box as far as Kamara, waiting midway inside the Coventry half. Straight ball to Firpo, lets it run off to Georginio. He stumbles and Leeds lose the ball, and there's a foul, but the play is allowed to continue because Coventry are moving forward with menace here, right up to the edge of the Leeds penalty area and into it, and shot on goal. Needs a save from Meslier, who got down well from Wright, and Wright's shot is beaten behind for their first corner.
And Gruev has been booked as well. Straight away, the referee's gone up to Gruev. Good advantage played from the referee. It really was a good shot struck from Wright and a good save.
Wright is Coventry's leading scorer and showed confidence there as he had their first effort on goal. So they have now their first corner kick that Leeds have to defend in the sunshine. Signal is given as the ball is swung in towards the far post. The body's in there, still up in the air, not clear. Headed back goalwards, headed in by Sims. And Coventry have the opening goal of the game. Sims from close range. Leeds couldn't clear, and the home team are in front.
Really disappointing. Corner kick went long at the back post. We couldn't win that one. Seemed to be up in the air for an age as well. I just wonder, could Meslier then come out and try to punch that one? He did, and eventually comes back in, and Sims just dives in front, gets the vital touch before Meslier could make a save.
So Leeds United, having gone close to taking the lead themselves in the opening stages of this game, now find themselves behind. Messy goal, maybe wind assisted in terms of the way the ball held up in the air. Nobody reacted as the ball came into the middle except Sims, and he stole in and he headed in, and Coventry are in front.
Yes, and it was Thomas certainly with the header initially back and then the hook over, but we've had all the ball, we've had 2 or 3 chances ourselves. Now we find ourselves a goal behind.
Georginio in the centre circle. Gruev to Kamara. Ampadu out wide to Firpo. Summerville. Back it comes to Ampadu. Georginio on the halfway line. Loses possession. But Leeds end up with a throw-in, which Firpo takes. To Kamara. Caught late there, Kamara. That will be a free kick. Late challenge by the Coventry captain, Sheaf. And Kamara's picked himself up quickly. Leeds, as we move into the 11th minute, will be anxious to get back into this one without too much further ado. Rodon back into the D to Meslier. Ampadu steps forward. Holds it on the halfway line. Short ball wide to Firpo, gets the return pass off him. Comes back to Gruev. To Gray. Now Rodon across the back to Ampadu. Firpo set off on a run down the left side, and Ampadu spotted it. He's
Offside.
offside though.
Yeah.
Flag raised on this near side touchline.
Just the timing of the run wasn't quite right. Needs to look at where Ampadu has the ball and how close to his foot it is. He just set off a little too early.
Goalkeeper comes out the penalty area to deliver the free kick for Coventry. Right-footed ball. Drops down just outside the box. Palmer tees it up for O'Hare. Into the penalty area, shoots! Meslier saves with the feet. Coventry were very close to the second goal there. Meslier made an excellent stop for Leeds.
Certainly did. Wow, that could easily have been 2-0 down and with the mountain to climb, but excellent one-touch play in and around the box, and Meslier, doesn't matter how you save him, somehow got something behind it, his feet, and pushes it away.
Coventry have already served notice. What we expected we're getting, a hard game. Coventry have a free kick midway inside the Leeds United half. So the chance to keep those sky blue shirts forward. Palmer, who's a regular free kick taker, stands over the ball.
Well, the goal has certainly lifted the home crowd, hasn't it? They are really making some noise. And more importantly, that their team are putting us under pressure.
So all the players pretty much lined up on the edge of the penalty area. Summerville is a single-man wall as it stands. Palmer and Bidwell are the two candidates for taking this free kick for Coventry. Bidwell puts it up to the far post. Heads go up in there. Came back into the middle dangerously before it was hooked away. O'Hare on the far side. Coventry emerge with possession once more.
It's Bobby Thomas again, the number 4, big number 4. They're aiming for him at that back stick, and he's causing us plenty of problems.
The man who scored the goal in the game at Ellen Road. Coventry once more with O'Hare. This time Firpo gets in front of him. Meslier can do nothing but go long. Bamford gets it off to Georginio. Georginio has James to his right, plays it into him in the penalty area. James from the byline tries to cut it back. Bidwell gets his head on it first and heads it behind for a Leeds United corner. Dan James getting a lot of space down the right.
He was, and Georginio just put his hand up and said, sorry, because that wasn't a perfect ball. It wasn't a difficult ball either, and we've seen Georginio play the perfect ball so often this season, but that was not it. Bit too hard, pushed him a little wide as well. James did his best with it, but could have been certainly an opportunity to strike straight at goal.
2 balls on the pitch at the moment, so Georginio goes to the far side to knock the other ball off before he can return to the penalty area and await the Gruev corner kick. Dropped in there now, into the middle of the bodies. Coventry able to do what Leeds couldn't, clear. So Summerville gets things going from the centre circle to Gray, and now Kamara. In the 15th minute, home side in front. Summerville plays it down the channel, looking for the run of Georginio. Can't get there. Defended from the right back position, and then the ball put up long and high into the Leeds half. Kamara behind it, goes back to Ampadu. Down the line to Firpo. Could control and keep it in, so it'll be a Coventry throw in.
Just went over the line, didn't it, unfortunately, before Firpo could get onto it, but really calm defending from Ampadu at the back, and it's never just headed anywhere, kicked anywhere. Try and bring it down and play.
Coventry with a throw down the line, some distance down the line as well. It's picked up by Wright, and Coventry earn themselves a corner kick as Firpo only able to put it behind.
A little easy that, wasn't it? That Firpo just getting the wrong side of his man.
Some more set-piece defending for Leeds to do.
It's a problem. Got to make sure, one, we limit the amount of set pieces and corner kicks we give away, but secondly, get your head on this first ball when it comes in.
Sims standing on his own in the centre of the 6-yard box once more. This time they go with a different routine. Leeds try and get out the penalty area. As Coventry work it to Bidwell, who will cross now. In it goes, line of players at the back post again. And it's shot on goal, and it's hit the back of Sims there, on its way potentially towards goal. And it comes back out, and James is then held off. That's a free kick, and it could be a yellow card, because James was on his way round Bidwell there before he was held
Gruev
back.
is asking exactly that, and rightly so, because Gruev has been given obviously a yellow card for his challenge. Somehow Sheaf got away with one, and there Bidwell has got away with another.
So only a free kick, no card, because James was off if he'd got past the full-back. Rodon to Georginio in the Coventry half. Close control from Georginio, gets it to Gruev. Return ball into the Bulgarian, now to Rodon, to the right side, to Gray, who's got space. Can he get a good ball in here? Archie Gray goes deep towards the far side, over the head of Georginio. And it's likely, if you get underneath this one, with the breeze blowing strongly around, maybe it caught that one and took it straight out for a throw-in.
I think so. It looked like that, didn't it? Just the wind just took that one at great speed. Seemed to just clip it in nice, but it just kept going.
Coventry with the throw. Down the line it goes, but Firpo is there. Now Kamara and Ampadu to Rodon. Rodon back to his defensive partner. Ampadu walks it forward, stops, and then just cuts it back to Meslier. Says there wasn't anything available in front of me. Rodon has the ball at his feet now from the keeper. Goes back to Ampadu.
We're having plenty of possession, and we can easily move it or manoeuvre it around to get up near the halfway line. It's from here as we need to improve.
James is waiting in space down the right, but Leeds have gone through the middle where it's very crowded, and Georginio ran into that crowd and lost the ball. And now Coventry moving forward on the counter-attack just outside the penalty area with Palmer. Palmer with Bidwell with the cross into the middle. Body's waiting in there. Goes all the way across, right out towards the far side where it's picked up by Sheaf. It goes back into his own half. Loose ball. Bamford saw the potential for getting in on that, but couldn't. Now Firpo's had to defend and try and keep the ball from going for a corner kick at the other end, which he does successfully. And then picked up by Sheaf once more. It goes back to the halfway line where Coventry and Kitching have possession. Through the gap. Beyond Palmer. Leeds can break now. Georginio. James has gone through the middle this time. Georginio nutmegs, but shows too much of it to his opponent there. And then there's an offside indicated by the assistant on the far side, and that'll be a Leeds free kick.
It's a shame. I think the run from James might have been on early, but James just kept going then. Georginio had no one just to knock it off too. Makes the nutmegs, which we know he can do that, but that wasn't the right time because he needed a pass.
It's a pretty open game for sure.
It is. It really is. And good thing is when Coventry do kind of push forward and lose the ball, looks like there's space there, but we need to get at them quicker and make more of it.
Leeds throw in, pretty much on the halfway line. Leeds left, Firpo, as a result, has the ball. Thrown in field to Summerville, puts it into the path of Gruev. Gruev with a short square ball to Gray. James sets off, but the intended pass is blocked off, and Leeds end up with a throw-in on the halfway line on this near side, the right. Daniel Farker. Right up on the edge of the touchline. Now retreats back into the technical area. Archie Gray ready, steadying himself to take the throw in. In it goes to Georginio. Doesn't end up back at the feet of Gray as it was intended to, and then it comes off Georginio, who goes to the ground clutching his knee there. Did he get caught by Palmer just as the two of them were challenging for the ball?
That was a strange one, wasn't it? Was it knee to knee? Something's clearly giving him plenty of problems.
Georginio just rubbing it better there.
Yeah.
And,
just a
gets
clash.
to his feet. It's all okay, and the game can restart with this Leeds throw-in. Gray trying to deliver to a teammate here. Not an awful lot on as Georginio comes in short to offer himself. Gray just swings a boot at it to try and get it forward. Drops down over the head of Georginio. Gruev and O'Hare battle, and O'Hare plays it to Casey Palmer, who gets it over the top for the goal scorer Sims. Rodon holding him up and does well to keep the play going and to get the ball off him. And then Georginio with a little dink for a ball through the legs of his opponent. He's just about found his teammate on the other side. And then when the ball goes long forward, Bamford can't get there. Firpo underneath it, but it quickly comes back into that Leeds half. It's just the long ball, the high ball, causing problems in the wind. Defenders underneath it as the shot comes in from Palmer from distance, and it bounces straight up into the hands of Meslier.
You're right, the wind is causing problems, isn't it? Just a long punt. No one's really sure of where it's going to go, but not easy to get it down and under control. So second balls are important, but wonderful play again from Georginio. Great nutmegs, but he's got plenty of nutmegs. I want to see more in the other end. I want to see in that last third and produce that sort of ability, but need something from one of our star men up front now.
Summerville, real push in the back there, and then a drag back as well. And at some point the referee
many more times
to give a free kick, which he's finally done now. It was as if the Coventry player was reacting to the boos of the fans there with the push on Summerville. Gruev. Left side to Firpo. Just rolls it back to Kamara and in turn to Ampadu. Ampadu delivers back to Firpo. Kamara gets it again. Once more goes back to Ampadu. Oh, his levels drop for the first time so far this afternoon. 24th minute now. Leeds trail here by 1-0. Georginio, as the fans around the stadium rise to applaud the memory of a Coventry City supporter who recently lost their life. And the Leeds United supporters do their bit in joining in as well. Players also, as we're seeing the throw-in delayed. And the referee now indicates that the game should continue. Ball thrown in towards the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Well won in the air by Ampadu. Georginio comes off his shoulder. Just hooked up in the air again. Ampadu again wins another header. Now Summerville goes back to Firpo. To the edge of the area to Ampadu and across the box. Meslier gets there before Rodon. Now Rodon does have it. Looking forward for Leeds United. Looks to see what's on. Georginio sets off on a run, so he'll clip it in his direction at least, but it's gone beyond Georginio, and Thomas, other side of him, just marshals it back into the hands of the goalkeeper.
It seems once you get it in the air, I mean, the wind, the power gets behind the ball, and suddenly it just flies along there. It's a little dink to Georginio, but way over hit.
Leeds fans behind the goal turn their back on the game, and that's in memory of Chris and Kev, the two Leeds United fans who lost their lives in Istanbul, and that was the anniversary, the shocking anniversary of that awful night yesterday, April the 5th, 2000. And again, Coventry fans reciprocate and show football family. Now here's Bamford for Leeds. Cuts the ball looking for James. He's Bamford trying to get the shot away maybe here. Does shoot, but it comes off a defender on its way towards goal. And Leeds United not able to capitalise. Coventry have a man down. The game goes on. The referee shakes his head and says play continues.
Not a head injury, it's fine.
Kamara on the edge of the penalty area, into the box to Summerville. Turns goalwards, into the middle, just behind Bamford. And it's cleared out for a Leeds United throw-in. Two good opportunities for Leeds there.
It really was. Initially, the ball to Bamford was an excellent one. He tried to then square it for Dan James. And when it comes back to him as well, it just takes way too long. 1, 2, 3 Sky Blue defenders then get in the way.
Coventry man down in the Leeds half still, so the game is held up. When it restarts, it will be with a Leeds United throw-in. Firpo with the ball over on the Leeds left, preparing to put it somewhere close, perhaps to the edge of the penalty area. Still treatment is being administered, so a little pause in proceedings here. Leeds United trying to manufacture a way back into this game.
Well, we seem to have certainly got enough ball in that midfield area. We've got into some good areas, but not found that quality in the last third, which we normally certainly do have. So just got to keep it going. We've had a few half chances there, just right at the end there. Summerville again, half a chance, wasn't quite quick enough to get his shot away on this occasion.
Eccles, the injured player, back on his feet now and walks off towards the touchline. So Coventry will be down to 10 for the next 30 seconds. Eccles will be able to continue, it would appear.
Yeah, it was his challenge, wasn't it, on Kamara? So he did it to himself. Kamara got his body in the way. Eccles careered into him, but clearly twisted something.
So Firpo with the throw-in. Georginio comes off for Firpo. He's into the penalty area. Rolls it across the middle. And he goes right across the face of goal. Bamford at the near post. Nobody at the back post. If there was, it was a touch in. There wasn't. And it's still 1-0 Coventry.
I mean, it is the end that we cannot see because it's miles up there, but it looked like Bamford should have got a touch on it, surely, just to tap it in near that near post. Was it slightly too far in front of him, or did he miss it? Not sure.
So Coventry has gone right across the face there. No touch from another player between Bamford and the ball going out. So Coventry have the throw in. Gruev with the header. Bamford there trying to win it for Leeds, as is Georginio. Now Bamford tucks it into the path of James on the edge of the penalty area. Georginio, and then Leeds almost win it back through James, but Coventry will go long with it surely. Ampadu steps in, chests it down, looking for Kamara. O'Hare gets in and just puts it up long again for Sims, and the header from Rodon drops kindly for Wright. So Rodon's gone across to deal with it, and deal with it he does.
Excellent.
Gets a free kick.
Yeah, vital that he did as well, and then was quickly out to make sure Haji Wright couldn't find a way past him. Gets there first and was fouled.
Home supporters unimpressed with the decision. Kamara leads through Ampadu. Over the top, he's not going to find Bamford. Bidwell's there. Gray battling with Palmer. Palmer holds him off and then puts the ball over the top again. That Meslier will come and gather on the edge of the penalty area. And now Kamara's got a little bit of space if he can move the ball forward quickly for Leeds here. Holds it up instead and just rolls it back into Firpo. Now back to Ampadu, further back to Meslier. And now Rodon has some space in which he can advance if he so wishes. Instead he goes back to Meslier. And Meslier out on the diagonal to Ampadu. Kamara back to Ampadu. Left side Firpo. Ampadu once more for Leeds. Into Kamara. Moves back into his own half. Drops a shoulder. Turns, looks forward. Rodon offers himself just to the right. And now it comes out to Dan James. Back in field to Gruev. On to Kamara. Short ball to Summerville. Kamara to Ampadu. Left side in the Coventry half is Firpo. In field is Kamara. Down the channel for Georginio. Nice ball into the path of Firpo just outside the penalty area. Comes back to Kamara. Kamara rolls it one way then the other. Off to Firpo. Leeds just looking for the opening. Summerville. Kamara loses out. And Leeds defend on the halfway line as O'Hare breaks forward, and Ampadu clashes with the hoarding under the challenge, I think, of O'Hare there. Not O'Hare, rather. Fullback over on the far side. And Ampadu, you could hear the bang as he hit the advertising hoarding.
Van Ewijk, I think it is over there. That was really poor. I think that had to be a foul all day long.
Yeah, it's the Dutch player who made contact. Milan van Ewijk. And Ampadu, tough as teak, gets to his feet. But there was quite a bang as he slid into the hoarding there. And the game will restart with the aggressor in that instance taking the throw in. Across the stadium once more. Ampadu wins a header. Kamara helps it on and over the halfway line. Challenge comes in from Kitching. Van Ewijk again. Up in the air, it needs defending. Sims, he'll shoot. And it wasn't a bad effort either. Just carried wide. And that's the trouble, isn't it? That's the problem defenders are having.
It really is, because the ball is up there. And Rodon didn't want to go for it initially, but when it does just bounce down, got to say, Sims confident, strikes it well. Fortunately, good few yards wide.
Summerville. Gruev. Played through for Rodon. Down the middle for Georginio. Handball, surely, no?
No, but Georgie has to get hold of those sort of balls in those areas.
Bamford can't control. Still trying to have a go at it here. Patrick Bamford, just outside the penalty area. On it goes to Kamara. Kamara goes to ground. No foul. Game continues, and Leeds were momentarily in a really good position there. And then suddenly it's Coventry. Well, that's a foul. First it's offside, and then it's also surely a nudge in the back from Wright on Rodon. Either way, it's a Leeds free kick.
Taking it nice and early as well. But simple facts in these games, with 34 minutes gone, that they've had 2 shots on target. One of them's gone in and one was a good save from Meslier. And we've had plenty of opportunities at the other end and haven't converted any.
Well, keeper's not really had a save to make, has he yet? Despite
no, but we've got into some really good areas. Yeah. We've had shots. We need to do better.
Firpo to Summerville. Tries to go outside his man. Thomas defends. Straight back to Kamara. Firpo just keeps the ball in play. Back to Kamara once more. On it goes to Bamford. Bamford at a stretch, loses possession. And then it's crossing the halfway line, and Sims is after it.
Excellent.
Great work by Rodon once more. Stepped in front of Sims, timed the interception really well. And that will be a Coventry throw in, but only once. The referee has gone to make sure that Patrick Bamford is okay.
He's up and walking back very slowly.
Ten minutes to go in the first half here. Coventry 1, Leeds United 0. Early goal scored from Sims. Kitching gets the return ball. And goes back to the keeper, Collins. And just pushes it forward to Liam Kitching once more. Once on the books as a youth at Leeds. Ampadu. Gray goes back to Meslier as that wind whips up again. Rodon to Ampadu for Leeds United. Bamford's gone on a run, and that one carries sails forward. You can see, surely that is wind assisted, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Bamford takes a little swipe as well, so the referee's having a little word with him. But that, for all the world, looked like a decent ball, didn't it? But it just kept going.
Collins in no mad rush to get the game going again for Coventry, who are within Sight of the half-time interval here with the lead to protect. Gray, Palmer's touch takes the ball out of play. So it's a Leeds throw-in just inside the Leeds half. Gray to Georginio. Arms look like they were being held behind his back there. Bidwell for Coventry. Plays it down the line where Rodon waits. Rodon just hooks it into touch for a Coventry throw.
You can see at this end of the pitch the ball holds up, and the other end it flies through, so we'll have that in the second half, hopefully.
Bidwell to O'Hare. Gruev in there, battling away. O'Hare comes out with it. All up to the edge of the penalty area. Palmer, now O'Hare, now Bidwell to cross. Good looking ball. Firpo needed to make the header there. Gets applause from Joe Rodon, because that was a whipped ball that was threatening to cause real trouble.
Excellent defending. Firpo gets there first, but Haji Wright, he's a unit, isn't he? For Coventry, he was up in the air and just fell on him after Firpo makes a good header.
Coventry throw in with Bidwell. O'Hare offers movement, as does Palmer. And then arriving late and getting the ball is Sheaf. Won back quickly by Georginio. Now Kamara, runners setting off ahead of him. Bamford's not going to get to that one. It's Thomas who gets across, but puts the ball into touch for a Leeds United throw-in.
Just again, not quite firing. That was, you know, an easy ball, or more importantly, an easier run, but didn't quite get on the same wavelength did Kamara and Bamford.
Kamara to Georginio. Georginio into the box, but that's not going to find Summerville. A rare occasion where those two haven't successfully linked up. And out it goes for a goal kick.
Well, after what was a very promising start, where we controlled things and had a few half chances as well, since the goal, Coventry have made it difficult. We haven't really raised our level just yet.
Collins with the goal kick. Rodon and Sims. Rodon wins the header. James tries to help it on to Georginio. Gets in, carries it forward, and then is not dragged to the ground. The referee sees nothing untoward with the challenge on Georginio, who finds it hard to believe. Commentary with O'Hare. Now Bidwell. Now Eccles. Kitching. And Eccles again. Bamford will try and apply pressure, but Thomas gets there to play a long ball up into the Leeds half. Firpo returns it, but bounces once on the touchline and then out. So that'll be a Coventry throw-in the 40th minute.
Not too much playing through midfield, is there, from Coventry? Don't take any chances at the back. A lot of the time it's just hoiked up top. And Sims, of course, a physical presence up there along with Haji Wright.
Ewijk. And then it's the captain Sheaf into Sims. Eccles looking for support. O'Hare provides it. And then back to the right back, who goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Collins. Coventry happy just to see some time tick down with a spell of possession here and start all over again. Palmer. O'Hare just going to get there. And then Eccles. Now, if Firpo could have got the header forward, there was potential, but suddenly Leeds are defending again here. Crossing is flicked away by Ampadu, back into the path of the crosser. Ran Ewijk. And then right through the middle is Sheaf. Palmer. Good block. Now the counter-attack could be on if Leeds can get bodies forward quickly. Georginio crossing the halfway line. James has come off him. James gets the ball now on the edge of the box. Dan James into the penalty area. Dan James shoots a cross goal. It's headed away before it arrives on target. Gruev just plays a ball into the path of Firpo for Leeds to keep going here in that Coventry half. Rodon back into the centre circle to Ampadu. Short square ball to Kamara. Further forward to Firpo. Returns it to Kamara. Kamara again short to Gruev as Coventry close down the man on the ball. Leeds walking the ball around. Now Ampadu. On it goes to Georginio. Caught from behind. Leeds free kick. First of a time that Georginio's got himself a free kick for a challenge for quite a while.
It certainly is, and that was a challenge from behind, but earlier it was his ball out to the right-hand side to Dan James, which is a better ball. It took a little while to finally get there, but he was in good space this time, but once again, just we didn't quite make enough of it.
So Summerville will take the free kick for Leeds. He can put it into the penalty area. Shirts lined up on the edge of it, both teams. Summerville weighing up his options here. Curls it in towards the penalty spot, headed away as far as James. Kamara goes wide, left side to Summerville once more. Down the line to James on the left side of the Coventry penalty area. Skips inside a challenge, still has the ball at his feet, goes back to Summerville. Two wingers operating side by side over on that left side for Leeds. Now Gruev. Across the middle to Gray. Got to go back to Rodon and Ampadu. Ampadu short ball to Kamara. Wide to James, still occupying the left wing position. Then down for Firpo. Firpo's on the byline. You get the ball back in the middle. He can't, and the final touch apparently comes off Firpo, much to the annoyance of a couple of Leeds players for a goal kick.
Certainly was, but a good run again and good ball. Firpo's made some useful runs down that left-hand side. One or two decent crosses in there. Couldn't quite get that one in.
So the game will get going again with this Coventry goal kick. A couple of minutes to go of the first 45. Can't imagine there'll be too much. Well, we had one break in play, didn't we? So a couple of minutes maybe to go on at the end. Ampadu beaten by Sims. Drops for Rodon, who's waiting behind him. Rodon just puts it up in the air. Georginio. Now Summerville. Summerville moving up into that Coventry half. Behind Bamford with the ball, though. So Leeds have to begin again with Ampadu and Firpo. Firpo back to Ampadu. Back to Ampadu once more. Now Gruev. Ampadu puts it up for Georginio, who wins a throw-in, does he? No, final touch off Georginio. He is absolutely beside himself, saying that the final touch was off the Coventry man. The referee definitely didn't see it that way.
I like the way Georgie hides his emotions. I mean, it's very difficult to tell, isn't it, with Georgie? My goodness.
Phlegmatic. Arms up in the air, a big gesture.
I think this will be a good half-time team talk for Daniel Farke to get everyone just calmed down and back on it again.
Meslier. Now Rodon. Now Gray. He'll get to this and he'll be able to look forward. Good ball from Rodon. Comes back in for Gruev. There's space in the middle for Kamara. Helped on to Ampadu. Last few seconds of the first 45. Kamara to Summerville. Now Georginio. Georginio, edge of the D. 3 added minutes. Loses possession. Sims chases, but so does Rodon. And Rodon easily there first. So we're into added time.
And he's rightly having a right scream as well at Georginio. Can't keep losing the ball.
Chased that one. Keeper Collins came out and gathered it. So that will be Coventry with a chance to put the ball back into the Leeds half. takes his time, as you would expect at this stage. Not a great kick when it goes straight up in the air. And he's somewhat lucky that they've managed to get that one over, contrived to get that one over the halfway line, because that could have fallen anywhere. Maybe again, conditions there causing the problem. Collins tries again. It's not great either, but again gets away with it. Ampadu. He puts it up over the top. Bamford, will it hold up just in front of the striker? No, Thomas gets in front of him instead and nods it back to the keeper. And safety.
Yeah, I just wanted a bit of acceleration there from Bamford, but Thomas was the one, and as it bounced up, the big centre-half, he got his head to it first.
So again, the goalkeeper has the opportunity to walk the ball up to the edge of his penalty box. And then finally, again, straight up in the air. This one does drop just over halfway from a great height. Still played up in the air this game at the moment. Finally drops to ground. Now then, what can Leeds do here? Not quite get Dan James in, at least. O'Hare has it for Coventry in the final minute. Palmer. Back to Bidwell. Comes off James. It'll be a Coventry throw in. They'll be happy to be up in the Leeds half, even if it shouldn't be that far up in the Leeds half. Bidwell with the throw to O'Hare, back to Bidwell. Laid off nicely by Sims to Palmer. Goes wide to Wright. The American international takes a shot, takes a deflection. Rodon with the first header, Gruev with the second clearance. Rodon, big call there. And then takes control once more, just puts that one into touch for what may be just about the last action of this first half.
Yeah, good communication, wasn't it, from Rodon? Sims was offside previously, but good defending from Rodon.
So there you go, that's the end of it. Leeds United started brightly, but it was Coventry who got the first goal. As Sims from close range, Leeds unable to clear a corner, he nodded in. And since then, although Leeds have had decent spells of possession, they've not really created a clear opening to ensure that as the two teams walk off, it's the home team who have the advantage.
Yeah, certainly I think we did start the game extremely well. We looked like in control, but we've been more than decent in between the 18-yard lines. Where we've fallen down is our defending in the box and our attacking in the box. That has to improve, and let's hope it does in the second half.
So, a big job for Leeds United to do in the second 45 minutes here, because at half-time they trail. It's Coventry 1, Leeds 0. As 45 minutes go, in the context of Leeds United's campaign, these are right up there. The game is underway again. Coventry deliver long into the Leeds half. Sails out towards that far side. Roberts underneath it, but Wright got to it. James all flying around, and Wright, the American, over on the far side for Coventry, their left. Delivered back for Bidwell's cross, loops into the penalty area. Firpo just about brushes the ball away with his forehead. Summerville can't keep control. Ball is, I'm sure it was meant to go out there, but ended up in the place where it worked well for Coventry. Can feel the wind blowing across our faces in the seats that we occupy, closer to the goal that Leeds United are attacking in this second half. At the other end, as it were, Palmer puts the ball against Firpo and out for a Coventry throw in.
So Palmer starting on Coventry's right, our left in this half.
Georginio sticks the leg out, only able to divert the ball out of play for a Coventry throw in, which the fullback Van Ewijk gets back from Palmer, and again on the halfway line to Kitching. He turns the ball to his central defensive partner Thomas. Sims through the middle. And a lot of of space to operate in, turns into that space. Gruev comes to close it down, does well because he's managed to somehow work the ball to Summerville. Can't keep it in play though. Coventry take a quick throw in.
Gruev actually did do well because we know he's on a yellow card as well. Got to be very careful with his challenges.
Yeah, booked early on in the game. Basically in the build-up to what became Coventry's goal. Attacking move that led to the corners that saw Leeds concede.
That's got to be a foul.
No, the referee has allowed that one to go. So Gruev has to be careful again as O'Hare skips forward, and then Gray then wins it back, and again the referee gives nothing as Rodon sets off forward. Summerville, I think Rodon wanted him through the gap, but they've got the ball to Georginio. Georginio brought down, clear free kick right in front of us, just outside the Coventry penalty area.
Sheaf, what is he on about? Looking at the referee and go, I got the ball. You got nothing of the ball. Now is he getting called over? Yes, he is. Oh, come on.
There's been a few,
he's saying 1, 2, 3, 4 and no more. So you're allowed 4.
Seems generous. I think this referee tends to book a lot of players as well.
Right.
So maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Leeds have to try and take advantage of this set piece. Summerville over the ball. Two-man Coventry wall lined up on the edge of their penalty area. Probably a bit too far out wide for a shot from Summerville. So Leeds players wait on the far side of the box. In it comes, deep to the far side. Head down from Rodon, keeper flaps at it. And is lucky that there were defenders waiting behind him to clear. Now Leeds have to defend because there's a quick break on for Coventry. Carried forward on Ewijk. Comes back into Eccles, plays across the penalty area, and it's tucked in at the far post. And Leeds United undone by the counter-attack. Coventry City edge further ahead in this game, and that is a big goal for Leeds to concede. Coventry 2, Leeds 0.
Well, that's disappointing, especially after I thought Summerville did really well to eventually get back and try and stop the counter-attack, but the ball in was superb once it was rolled back. And then a really good finish, wasn't it, from Haji Wright, yet again outside of the right boot, into the back of the goal, but we were certainly exposed at the back and made to pay.
And in the environs of Portman Road, a little roar goes up, because Leeds have it all to do here now. Leicester level at half-time in their home game against Birmingham. But Leeds have got to take care of their own business, and never was that more true than in the minutes that remain in this second period here.
Yeah, it was the cross from Josh Eccles, superb. It really was an excellent ball, but we had opportunities in that first half, didn't take them, and Coventry have just grown into this game. And that second goal, that is a blow.
Bamford out to Georginio. Georginio up to the edge of the area, gives it back to Bamford. Bamford trying to wriggle his way through a crowd of sky blue shirts. Goes to ground. Coventry clear forward again. And once more, Leeds have to defend the quick ball forward. Sims gives it back to the scorer of that second goal, Wright. Just operates from that wide position. It's been effective for them.
It really has, and that was an excellent finish as well.
Leeds in a very unfamiliar position here, finding themselves not 1 but 2 goals behind. A side, remember, that hasn't lost a league game yet this year. Well, if that record's to remain intact, it's going to take some doing. They're defending again here. Ampadu from the edge of the 6-yard box, able to get the ball out to the near side touchline. Summerville picks it up and does really well. Skips away from the challenge. And then the second one is enough for the deflection to come off the knee of Summerville and out for a Coventry throw-in.
To see the player as well, Ben Sheaf, it was the captain, that with a fist pump just for that sort of challenge. So they are really up for it. Fired up, 2-0 up. We've got to try and somehow put them on the back foot, but it's looking difficult.
Ampadu just puts it up in the air. Thomas is underneath it, clears comfortably. Connor Roberts with the ball to Ampadu. Ampadu stops at the halfway line and then starts again. Bamford helped onto Gray, wide to Firpo. Back it goes to Gray. Manages to work it back to Firpo, and Gray again. Firpo just about manages to get to that one. Ampadu through the middle. Firpo can't control it. Gruev heads it onto Gray, who helps it on. Hard for Ampadu there against the taller figure, central defender. Georginio goes past one, then two. James has it right side. Low cross into the middle. Thomas was in front of Bamford, and he it was who got the ball out.
Well, at least we managed to work our way into the box for that final ball. To be fair to James, that was always difficult.
Roberts with a throw to Gray. Good ball into James. And it goes in the middle. Again, it's Thomas who's the only one waiting there to clear away. Meslier at the penalty area. Now Ampadu. Wide to Summerville. Summerville has Firpo to his left, continuing his run. Summerville gets to the byline, puts it up into the middle, comes for Connor Roberts, takes it down, puts it back in the middle again. Doesn't find a teammate in there. And for a third time in the last couple of minutes, Coventry have the chance to clear when Leeds were in a good position to cross.
Yeah, that near post, we're hitting that a little bit too often, but at least we're finding space down the flanks.
Gray. Bamford. Now Summerville. You'd imagine from this position that Coventry will be happy to go into that predominantly defensive shape that Leeds play in front of them.
And then, of course, try on the counter to get another one, but we need to be concentrated for that, but at the same time, be positive when we get the ball.
55 minutes gone. Leeds are in a hole here. Coventry 2, Leeds United 0. Connor Roberts, back it goes to Rodon. Now Ampadu. Puts it over the top. Firpo, is he onside? Is he going to be able to keep the ball in? The answer to the first was probably yes, the second is no.
Now, I know the manager does like to kind of wait for his substitutions, but this might be a game where you may need one or two sooner rather than later.
Well, Gnonto waits on the bench, of course. Anthony, Joseph, Piroe. So there's plenty of attacking options there for Daniel Farke. Whoever it is, Leeds needs something, and they need something big. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Rodon for Leeds United. Short ball to Gray, halfway line. On it goes to Bamford. Gray gets the ball back again, puts it out wide. James takes it down on his chest well. Comes in from the touchline for Leeds. Then goes out to Connor Roberts, just beyond him. In it comes to Georginio. Quickly closed down. Goes to try and win the ball back, and it's a foul he's committed in the process. And Coventry have the chance just to slow things down, and they'll take an age over getting this free kick taken.
Yep, they certainly will. Everyone's just walking away, allowing the keeper to walk 20 yards out of his goal, and he'll take it. So we'll get used to that for the rest of the game as well.
So Collins stands over the ball. All the noise from the home supporters, not surprisingly at the moment. Rodon. delivered back towards Sims for Coventry in that Leeds half. Bidwell infield to Eccles. Goes back into his own half to Kitching. And back to Eccles again. That's a great ball down the channel in front of Wright on the edge of the area. Good cross in as well. Needed defending and was successfully defended. Just the kind of movement that Leeds have been looking to create themselves there. That ball down the channel. Here's Bamford trying to get something going for Leeds. Now Summerville in the centre circle. Plays it wide. Connor Robertson getting to that one though, quick as he is. Overhit, and it goes out for a Coventry throw.
It's unfortunate. You're right, Hadji Wright on that left-hand side has been a thorn in our side, no doubt. I mean, he's a big physical specimen as well as having really quick feet, strong with the ball, and of course a good finisher, as we know, top scorer. Don't want to give him too many more chances or space, but when you start pushing them back, hopefully they'll, as you say, just try and play on the counter and let us have plenty of possession, but it's what we do with it. And we haven't been doing a lot with it, to be honest. That's the problem.
Ampadu. Firpo. Onto Summerville. Just outside the box. Now into the box. Cuts the ball back into the middle. Goalkeeper off his own defender has to make a save at his near post. And he does it to good effect. Pushes it behind for a corner.
Excellent from Summerville. Gets up against two, but wriggles past him as he fires it across. Josh Eccles deflects it onto his own goal. Might have just gone inside that near post, not sure, but the keeper makes a good save.
Leeds corner kick. Summerville will take. Whipped in, heads up far post, comes off the head of Rodon, can't direct it on target, he was stretching, and it sails away and behind, other side of the goal.
It's a little flat, aren't they, the boys? Just looking out there as well. Georgie, is he kind of moving his hip a bit strange, or he's got something not quite right, but we need a response, and we need it pretty quickly. Looking at our fans away to the right, well, they're giving it plenty, they're singing their hearts out, but it's the boys that need to respond.
Big noise coming from the home supporters as well, creating an atmosphere that gives you a real sense of which way this game has been going. As we hit the hour mark here, Leeds with 30 more minutes to get something from this, and at this point you'd take anything. Gray. Bamford through the middle. Can't quite get it to Summerville. Leeds will try and win it back. Firpo gets it to Bamford. Coventry went to sleep. Georginio just to his right. The edge of the box, gives it to James. Plenty in the area. In it comes. Firpo tried to attack that one. Fullback got in his way. Firpo bounced off him. Looked to the referee, got nothing. Here's Gray. Gray outside the penalty area, drags it this way and that. And then eventually tries just a little too much. Gruev for Leeds. Tries to get things going again. Summerville from Gruev. Connor Roberts is in the middle for Leeds. There's a line of away shirts across the edge of the Coventry penalty area. James is over on the far side of the box now. Right foot, cross into the near post. Spins up in the air, but it drops kindly for the goalkeeper. Takes him to his body, drops to his knees, and Leeds have to get back to the halfway line.
Yeah, so unfortunate, actually. There was a really good ball in. And Connor Roberts did get his head to it, just flicked it on, but the way things are going today, it didn't go our way, it didn't fall to a teammate.
Kitching out from the back, diagonal ball. Firpo nods it down to Gray. Back into Ampadu. Ampadu onto Summerville. Return ball to Ampadu. It's gone dark overhead as well now. Matches the mood amongst those in the Leeds United camp currently. And the voices are raised in the away section. Just to remind the players they're still here, still in the game. Still belief. Gray across the centre circle to Gruev. Wide right side to James. In it goes to Georginio. Tries to tuck the ball back to James, but it's blocked before it gets to him. James goes scampering after Bidwell. Bidwell stumbles and falls, and James challenges enough to win Leeds United a throw-in down by the corner flag.
Excellent work, wasn't it, from Dan James? Really good.
Then a yellow card for kicking the ball away, I think, for Eccles.
Yeah.
So the referee, for time wasting, or you have to do it for kicking the ball away, don't you, this season, responds with punishment. Leeds throw in. Connor Roberts will go long with this. So Rodon arrives in the penalty area. Sims comes with him. Roberts hurls it in. Players go down. Keeper's dropped it. Firpo tries to just play it goalwards. Well, it was an easy catch for the keeper, Collins, and he made a right mess of it. Leeds, even in the shape of Firpo, just couldn't cause a problem as a result. League record attendance at the stadium of 30,232 today. So Leeds United, as ever, proved the big draw.
Which we know everywhere we go. We know we get this sort of response. Atmosphere's great today, most certainly.
Inevitable response from the away section. You're only here to watch the Leeds. Ampadu goes back to Rodon. Bamford waiting through the middle, arm in the air. Ampadu sets off again. And then Sims leans into him. Ampadu still gets the ball to Connor Roberts. Comes back into the centre circle. Now Leeds will be making changes shortly. Piroe and Joseph both called back to the dugout down in front of us. Summerville. Right foot. Short ball to Gray. Now Gruev. Back it goes to Gray. Firpo to his left. Back to Gray again. Leeds just can't see the opening at the moment. Firpo is in space on this near side. Now he's closed down, but he does have the ball. In it goes to Summerville. Lets it roll off his body. Slips, falls. And then Firpo does well to make the block on the clearance. Gruev helps it to James. Now it goes through for Bamford, just outside the D. For Georginio, trying to play it into the path, I think, of James there. But it was overhit, and the keeper came off his line to get it.
Georginio not quite been his day, has it, today, unfortunately. And that ball there just overhit, appeals for a free kick, but nothing doing. Daniel Farker, well, he's just talking, he's going to get right to Mateo Joseph. I'd like to think he's saying, you know what, Mateo, just stick it in the back of the net, please.
That would be good instruction for Mateo Joseph to follow. Worked at Watford, but there's a much bigger task for Leeds here.
Yeah.
Because the advantage is twice as big for the side in front. Leeds, who've been so tight defensively in 2024, just seeing a few gaps open up in the last couple of weeks, and now Coventry will make a change. Palmer is coming off, and Latibeaudiere is coming on for them. Latibeaudiere is a fullback.
Yeah, just think for us with Piroe and Joseph, you wonder if it's Bamford and Router, or will he keep one of those on to add another attacker?
Well, Bamford is the first to depart, and I think Archie Gray may be the second. Yeah.
So he has, yep. On for the attacking option.
Has he, though? Gray has raced the near side touchline, and then it's only for a word with Daniel Farker, so it isn't going to be that swap. It's Gruev who's coming off and Piroe who's coming on.
So it is a very attacking option, mind you. We've seen this before, haven't we? And we're 2-0 down. We need goals.
Well, Leeds have got to go for it, haven't they?
Yeah, simple as that.
I mean, there is a goal difference advantage over Ipswich, which is still relatively significant. Not so with Leicester. In fact, this will wipe it out, depending on the outcome here. Leeds have got to get on the board and do it quickly. So Piroe and Joseph join the game. Leeds have a throw-in midway inside their own half. 67th minute. Coventry 2 in front. Ampadu. Out to Firpo. Goes back to Ampadu. Coventry, the last team to take points off Leeds at Ellen Road, threatening to become the first team to take points or to beat Leeds in 2024. Leeds are going to do something about that. Ampadu now, out to Firpo. Firpo, back it goes to Gray. Puts it out wide, right side. James will chase it, but I'm not sure he'll get there. No, too much on it. And he bounces once and he bounces out for a goal kick.
Just looking at our formation now, it looks like there's 4 at the back. It's Archie sitting in that midfield, and after that, it's on you go. 2 up top, Joseph and Router. And then there's a kind of a line of 3, isn't there? Piroe in the middle, James right, Summerville left.
Gray, yeah, sitting in just behind them.
So 4-1-3-2. I don't care what formation it is, but we just need to get the ball to those players in good areas and just be better with it, better decisions. Not tested the keeper anywhere near enough.
Connor Roberts nods the ball back into the hands of Ilan Meslier. Mellier's had pretty much nothing to do in this second half, bar going to collect the ball from the back of the net. Rodon. Ampadu, and then Firpo's to his left. Puts it quickly through the middle for Joseph. Can't control successfully, so the ball goes back towards Kitching, who's happy just to clear. Gray in midfield, helps it on for Piroe, gets the ball back off Piroe. Pursued by O'Hare, gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu will stride forward, goes wide. Good ball, Ampadu to James on the far touchline. James moving up towards the edge of the penalty area now, puts it into the middle, plenty waiting in there. Comes out for Summerville on the near side. Summerville trying to work it on his foot, shoots, and it was curling in goalwards. And it was almost off the line, and it was headed away by Bidwell at full stretch.
Bidwell actually does brilliantly not to put it straight through his own goal, because that one, I'm not sure it was going in or not, but Bidwell going back towards his own goal, difficult, stooping down, heads it over.
Summerville will take the corner. Roberts comes short and gets it, gives it back to Summerville, who's into the penalty area, again on his right foot, gives it back to James on the edge of the D, tries to curl the shot in, corner. Gets a deflection, another Leeds corner, this time from the other side.
Someone's got to get out there very quickly to get the ball. Who's taking it?
That's what Connor Roberts is asking. Connor Roberts is going towards that far side, but there's some confusion, I think, as to who the designated corner kicker from that side might be. So Roberts has gone to take the duties on himself, whether it was his job or not. Roberts gives the signal, puts it into the penalty area, headed clear, and then beyond the edge of the penalty area. Summerville will chase back to get there ahead of Van Ewijk. Gray has to go all the way back to Meslier. O'Hare chasing. Gray again. Ampadu back into the goalkeeper. Gray on the edge of the Leeds United penalty box. 20 minutes remaining here. Ampadu for Leeds. Now Rodon. Scampering forward. Joseph to Piroe. Piroe up to the edge of the penalty area. Out to Dan James. Curls across in. Oh. Poor clearance, but they get away with it. Joseph does well. Now Firpo into the penalty area to Summerville. Again trying to get it on that right foot. Can't get it to Piroe. May get a second chance, may get a third chance. No, none of those things come off. Coventry it is, who each and every time manage to get maybe a lucky foot in, but clear it away.
They certainly do. And if there's a deflection or ricochet, it's going to them, not us, unfortunately.
Gray. On it goes, stops, checks back, fouled, almost on the halfway line.
It's got to be. How many times?
And
Sheaf at last.
The referee is as good as his word. Next Sheaf foul, gets a yellow card. The referee making it clear that that was 4th foul that he's committed. Big hand gesture. Ampadu points, gives the ball to Gray. Helps it on to Rodon, just inside the Coventry half. James in from the touchline. Down Leeds right, coming in field now. Plays it into the area occupied by Connor Roberts. Now Gray. Firpo's got space down the left side of the penalty area. Puts his cross in quickly. James with a cross to the far post. Piroe was waiting there, but it spun away from him and it went behind for a goal kick.
So, yeah, decent ball in. Plenty of shirts in there to aim at as well, but Dan James never quite got enough power or direction into that one.
Collins, the keeper, walks slowly up to position the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box. The referee tells him to get on with it. Second time he's done that. Wright wins the header for Coventry, gets it on to Sims. In it goes to Wright, who's on the edge of the penalty area. Well, he tried a pot shot, half volley from just outside the box. And there were only 2 Leeds defenders in front of him, and absolutely blasted it over the bar.
Well, it would have been spectacular, but fortunately for us, didn't get the right connection, but won the header, and then once he set off for the 1-2, there's no one catching him, was there? Really good pace.
Los Angeles-born player who's toured Europe before finding himself in the Championship, and he's earning rave reviews. Coventry's leading scorer, on target against Leeds in this second half. That wind blows across the stadium again. Connor Roberts, wide right side. James stretches, just keeps the ball in play, but doing so Leeds go backwards. Now they can look forward. Now Summerville's all on his own out here on this near side touchline, so Ampadu plays the ball to him. Summerville, 2 in front of him, gives the ball back to Gray, to Roberts, back to Gray again, through the middle, trying to get at Joseph in.
Too many, too narrow. We've got so many attackers up there. Got to get a couple of wide people on the lines and open things up.
Ampadu, back it goes to Gray. Wide right to Connor Roberts. Roberts further wide to Piroe. On it goes to James, edge of the area, into the area. Joseph turns. Connor Roberts trying to help him out. Goes to ground. Referee sees nothing wrong as he was looking straight at that. Connor Roberts looked like he might have been manhandled away from the ball. Coventry get on with the game, clear it out, and it stays in play. Runs all the way up the far touchline. Everyone expecting it was going to go out, but it didn't. So Ampadu goes across. 15 to go here. Ampadu. Wide right to Roberts. Back it goes to Ampadu again. Into the centre circle to Rodon. Rodon drops a shoulder. Gives it to Firpo. Now Summerville. Steps inside a couple of challenges. Plays it onto Piroe. Piroe turns to his right. Plays it to Ampadu, pushing well forward. Out wide right to Connor Roberts. And now it's on to James on the edge of the penalty area. James goes back into Ampadu. There's plenty waiting in the box. Leeds are outside of that though, and Summerville's caught in possession. If they're not careful, they'll be caught out by a counter-attack here. Coventry quickly got 4 forward, but Leeds won the ball back on the halfway line, and try again with Piroe through the middle for Joseph. Again, it's all too tight, but Firpo steps in, gets it to Joseph. Joseph coming out to this near side. Now he's made a bit of space for himself to attack the edge of the box. Cuts it back in for Firpo. Goes to ground in the penalty area. Wriggling away, Georginio rather, into the middle. Comes for Piroe!
Come on!
Piroe
Come on!
Tucks it into the back of the net from close range. Georginio with the setup, and Piroe with the calm finish. Gets Leeds right back in this one. It's 2-1.
Excellent finish. Calm as you like, but really good play initially from Matteo Joseph. And then, of course, Georginio fighting, wriggling, manages to find the right pass this time. Comes up with the goods to Piroe, who just does the rest. Really was a good finish, and back at 2-1. Still minutes left, plenty of minutes left.
Change for Coventry. O'Hare departs. Coming on for the home team is Torp, the Dane, who tends to play, I think, in midfield. So again, there's probably an exercise there in Mark Robbins, just trying to strengthen things up as Leeds. Well, there's only one way to go for Leeds now, isn't there? And that is full on forwards. Ball is played out to the left side. Connor Roberts will let it go this time. Wright just throws him to the ground. And the referee has to surely have a word there, because that was completely unnecessary.
It really was, but
Wright.
That's all the referee seems to be doing, is having a word with everyone. You can have 4 goes, it seems, before you get booked.
So that's 1, maybe 2. 13 remaining of normal time here.
Well, we've given ourselves half a chance of something.
Gray, Leeds scoring 20 consecutive games for the first time since 1970. James down the right is the next one that's key, of course. Rodon to Ampadu. Back to Rodon. Away fans doing their bit now. Through it goes to the middle. Georginio gets it wide to Connor Roberts. Plenty in the area. Connor Roberts puts it beyond everybody. Comes out to this near side to Firpo to pick up. They wait in the penalty area. Firpo back into Gray. Now Piroe. Gray's got to get back to get on the ball here as Coventry push on the man in possession. Ampadu, short ball to Gray. Summerville just ahead of him down the touchline, but he comes infield to Piroe instead. Goes wide right to his right side to Rodon. Now Connor Roberts on the touchline. Now James just off Roberts into the edge of the penalty area to Georginio. Georginio drops a shoulder. Summerville's on space on this near side if they could work it to him. Firpo, he just had to tuck back inside. Saw him, couldn't get the ball to him. Leeds have it with Rodon. Well up the park. Now Connor Roberts in from the touchline for Leeds United. Piroe plays it through the middle. Joseph back to Piroe. Shoots, and it took a deflection on its way towards goal. And just momentarily there, looked like Collins might have not seen it, but he got down and grabbed the ball.
Excellent play. Piroe, since he's come on, has been actually superb. Of course, scored the goal as well, but moving around well. And there, excellent ball into Joseph, who lays it off and just slightly bouncing, so Piroe didn't quite catch it as well as he would like, but on target, good play.
Collins. High, long kick forward. Firpo steps in. Can't keep possession. Coventry have it. Wright comes back to Bidwell. Through the middle then, Sheaf. Ewijk into the middle. Just played away by Ampadu. Piroe with a header onto the halfway line. Coventry will regain possession in that position. Thomas. Van Evik's giving it away to Summerville. Summerville through the crowd. Stops. Still going. Summerville finally just did a little bit too much. And Eccles got the challenge. And Wright pops up down that left side for Coventry again. Edge of the penalty area. Into the final 10 minutes. Wright with the ball at his feet, comes inside Roberts, looking for the shooting opportunity. Short ball in, gets the return pass. Leeds will clear. And Ampadu can break for Leeds United here. Coventry haven't exactly thrown everybody forward, but Leeds are getting bodies up quickly. Well, they were before Ampadu came back to Firpo, and then under pressure, Ampadu back into the middle. Comes off the cheek of Archie Gray, I think, there. And Rodon picks it up for Leeds.
10 minutes left plus whatever added time, but we really are pushing Coventry back. You can see on the counter, Coventry's still dangerous.
Gray to Firpo, and now Summerville. Summerville back into Firpo, into his own half to Ampadu. Ampadu, it's worked to Joseph. Luckily, comes back for Summerville. Summerville's just outside the area. Firpo's gone outside and he's played it to him now. Firpo's trying to get into the box, trying to get past the last defender. And Coventry, actually, nice ball to get it round Joseph to clear. Ampadu heads it down for Gray. Leeds keep players forward. Roberts is in the centre circle. Connor Roberts has James waiting out wide, and rather it goes to Georginio instead. Now James has it. He's on the byline. Got to control the ball before he can come back to Georginio on the edge of the area. And Georginio tries a shot, and that was wild, and came out somewhere close to where we're sitting over on this near side.
Poor shot, really is. Georginio, for all the good things he does, when he gets into those sort of areas, too many times it is a wild shot. Just looking at a couple of Coventry players, well, they're stretching and walking really slowly.
Gnonto's coming on shortly as well for Leeds, so that really is going to throw everything forward, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure who will go off, unless it's Georginio. Ampadu played his part in the build-up to the goal that's given Leeds something here. Much more needed still. Ampadu at the back, short ball to Rodon. Now Connor Roberts. Coventry walking behind the ball now as they try and shift across, and Leeds try and keep the momentum and keep the pace in the game. Firpo back to the halfway line to Ampadu. Ray. Ampadu is tight, but he can open it up to Rodon. That was the option there available. He took it. James is available down the right as well for Leeds United. James into the edge of the area to Connor Roberts. Nice ball back to Dan James. 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle. Comes all the way across. Headed away, though, from Summerville. And then the final touch off Firpo means it's a Coventry throw-in. Gnonto about to return to action for Leeds United. So the change being made, and Dan James is coming off. Races over from that far side. Gnonto comes on in his place.
There's no doubt before he got injured as well, Gnonto, he was absolutely flying, wasn't he? Scoring some important goals, but he scores in these last few minutes that he's on. I'm not sure he would have scored a more important one.
Coventry throw in. Latibeaudiere gets the ball back, just puts it up in the Leeds half. Rodon and Ampadu do the job required between them.
Yeah, Sims in the second half has not had a touch, has he? They haven't been able to get it to him with any sort of quality, but on the counter, no doubt Hadji Wright has been a problem. But after that, they've just trotted back into their formation around the halfway line and just tried to remain tight, but we have got through once, we need to get through again.
Connor Roberts in that Coventry half. Gnonto, first touch for him, down the right-hand side. Moves it up to the edge of the penalty area. Gnonto still with the ball at his feet, trying to get outside of Wright. Can he get the ball cut back in? He can't, but he's won Leeds United a corner.
Now, who's taking it again?
No idea. Connor Roberts is going to go and take this one again. Roberts goes out into the sunshine that falls across that area of the pitch. Leads everybody in and around the penalty area, bar Archie Gray and Meslier, of course. Roberts puts it up into the middle, headed a clear by Bidwell. Summerville goes to Gray. It's got to go all the way back to Meslier. Summerville flaps his arms in frustration, wanted the ball back. He was in a bit of space. Gray went safety first. Roberts has it. Wide to Gnonto once more. Moves forward, crosses it in. Breaks out towards the near side to Summerville on the edge of the penalty area, now in it. Tries to go through one challenge. It comes out for Archie Gray. Now Piroe. Piroe riding challenges. Joseph does it well to Gnonto. He shoots low. Cleared out towards the edge of the box. Could have gone anywhere. And Coventry had a body in there to clear. Sims. Ampadu gets to him as the ball is cleared forward beyond Rodon. But Ampadu does a great job of tidying up. We're in the final 5 minutes here now. Big minutes ahead for Leeds United.
Certainly is, and we're pushing, we're trying. And there was a good shot, but when it came out, didn't quite drop to us, but got to keep going.
Ampadu. Now Firpo. Down the line for Summerville. Back it goes to Firpo, and then Ampadu. Puts it through the middle for Georginio. Rolls off his challenge but loses possession. Coventry with Wright. His touch is heavy, gives it straight to Gnonto. Just plays it back in for Roberts. He's caught after that's gone away, but Leeds keep going, so the game keeps going. Joseph to Piroe. Down the right side of the box to Gnonto. Players wait in the middle. Again, Coventry get a man into head clear. I think again it's Bidwell. comes back for Gnonto. Now Roberts just outside the area. Gnonto plays it back to Piroe. He tries a shot. Always rising. Over the top it goes. Goal kick.
Well, at some point we've got to shoot, haven't we? Plenty of passes. Got it out wide. And Piroe tried to let flies 20 yards out with his favoured left foot, but this time couldn't hit the target.
3 to go, plus whatever's to be added. Home fans begin to see a way through, raise their voices in expectation. Collins prepares to take the goal kick. Drops deep in that Leeds half, headed on. Far side cleared up and forward. Sims against Ampadu. Quite the tussle. Firpo caught late. Surely Leeds free kick. And then there's a continuing altercation between Ampadu and Sims.
Why isn't Sims letting him bloody go? Just ridiculous. What is Sims doing?
Sims had his arm round the neck of Ampadu.
Yeah.
And just kept his arm round the neck of Ampadu. He couldn't extricate himself. Sims is going to be yellow carded.
Well, surely. I mean, Ampadu's got his both arms. They're both getting yellow carded. Incredible.
I know we watch it from a certain perspective, but hard to see what Ampadu did wrong in the midst of that there. Leeds have the free kick for sure. Coventry are going to make another change. Coming on for them is Dasilva, full-back. And coming off for them is Haji Wright, the man who scored their all-important second goal. He walks towards the far touchline as Dasilva comes on from the near touchline. Again, another defender on in there for Coventry in these final few minutes. Leeds free kick, taken short to Connor Roberts. Haji Wright gets the adulation of the home fans as he makes his long walk round from the far side. Gnonto for Leeds. In the meantime, in the Coventry half, Connor Roberts plays it across the middle for Ampadu. Ampadu to this left side to Summerville. Takes on the first defender, second defender, Latibeaudiere. Gets the ball out of play for a Leeds throw in. Level with the edge of the Coventry box. Gray bundled over, and it's Sheaf again who's committed the foul. Leeds have a free kick in a position of some promise.
Not quite sure what Sheaf expects when you just push someone off the ball with both arms. I mean, now, free kick. This is where we need a bit of quality and got to attack the ball in the box.
20 seconds from the end of the 90. Leeds have this free kick. Firpo prepares to take it. The referee gives a signal. Firpo plays a good ball into the middle, across the middle, right into the corridor of uncertainty, and the final touch takes the ball out over the far side touchline. There are 5 added minutes. Leeds have just 5 minutes left to keep this unbeaten run going for the new year.
Firpo threw his hands up and has every right to as well, because that was a brilliant ball in the perfect spot. It bounces, for goodness sake, right on the edge of the 6-yard line, so someone has to get there. Either near post, middle of the goal, far post, but no one did. Missed everyone.
Collins delivers a long ball. Rodon with a header. Gnonto trying to win it for Leeds, loses out. Coventry with Torp to the edge of the Leeds box. Rodon in again. Piroe back in his own half, gives it to Gnonto. Gnonto fouled by Torp, who stepped across him to block his run-off. So Leeds free kick pretty much on the halfway line. Roberts short to Gray. Now Ampadu. Back it goes to Gray in the centre circle. Roberts. Back to Rodon. Rodon onto Joseph. Oh, it's a loose ball. Ampadu. Firpo. Oh, caught there, Firpo. That'll be another Leeds free kick. Coventry fans wanted a foul. by Summerville, didn't get it, and in the next movement, Eccles has been yellow carded for his challenge on Firpo.
Summerville got a toe poke to the ball. I mean, they both went for it. Just got there first, Summerville. And Eccles just took him out. So here again, another free kick. This time it's a good 10 yards deeper from Firpo.
Yeah, so not the chance really to put it in the box necessarily. Firpo standing over it. Summerville standing in front of him.
Well, I think he could, because the Coventry line is very high. It's 5 yards outside. Keeper's a long way back as well, so the space is there, but we need runners, timing the runners.
Eccles delays, moving back the distance, drops in short. Joseph into the area. Piroe! Keeper saved it! Clear sight of goal. Summerville, corner kick leads. Piroe, what a chance that was.
Piroe! Oh, how has he not scored? He knows it as well. He's so frustrated, but switch on, let's go.
Quickly taken corner, Summerville from Roberts. Roberts will get it back again. Goes across the edge of the area, all the way to the other side to Gnonto. They're all still waiting in the middle. Gnonto into the box he goes, trying to get to the byline. Cuts it back into the middle. Corner kick leads from the other side. Oh, what a chance that was.
He's still chuntering away as Piroe, because he knows that was a wonderful chance.
Gnonto goes to take it. Plenty waiting in the middle. Curled away from goal, headed away from goal by Thomas. 2 minutes remain. And I think maybe that was the moment for Leeds. Foul by Gnonto, just what Leeds didn't require. Listen to the reaction of the home fans as the foul is given to Coventry in their own half, as if a goal has been scored.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a reaction like that to a foul, but they know their team are hanging on. They got away with one there that could have been, and probably should have been, the equaliser.
So the Coventry fans are beginning to celebrate because they're very close now. Still haven't taken the free kick. Collins sails forward with the wind behind it. You could hear the wind gusting. Leeds have got a free kick for a foul by Sims.
Sims again, just trying to wrestle and fight all the time.
He's got to go forward. Meslier across the edge of the box. Ampadu. It's got to go forward. Back it goes to Meslier. We're in the last minute. Now Rodon. Rodon to Piroe. Back it goes to Gray. Now Ampadu. Firpo just about gets it back to Ampadu. At some point it's got to go in the box. Firpo plays it out wide when Gnonto waits. 30 of the 5 remaining. Gnonto parallel with the edge of the area, into the box, headed clear as far as Piroe. Little touch in for Gnonto. Gnonto breaks through a crowd. Corner kick leads.
Needs the ball.
It's got to be taken quickly. There isn't time to mess around with
Meslier
this.
is coming.
Connor Roberts stands over the ball. Assistant on the far side sends the Coventry defender Dasilva away because he's too close to the corner taker. Gnonto goes in. Gnonto goes to take it. Connor Roberts comes into the middle. Time is up as the ball comes in near post, drop short, and that's the full-time whistle. And Leeds United have lost for the first time in the league in 2024. And defeat has come here at the hands of an impressive Coventry City side, a goal in either half. And whilst Piroe got Leeds back in it, it was the same player with a chance right at the end, perhaps to level up. And Leeds have cause to regret a missed opportunity here. They've fallen to defeat. We hope it won't be that significant in terms of the push for promotion that continues with a game at home next Tuesday. Full-time scoreline, it's finished Coventry 2, Leeds 1.
Yeah, certainly we did start the game extremely well, but in that first half, in both boxes, not quite good enough. Caught with the sucker punch again for 2-0 in the second half, but after that it really was all one-way traffic. We tried, we certainly probed, got one goal back, and Piroe almost had his second as well, but didn't quite do it. And you can see everyone's consoling Joel Piroe as well, but what you've got to remind ourselves is this is just one game, plenty of points left still to play, and certainly Back in my day, 91-92, we went to Man City. We lost, everyone thought that was it, but we ended up winning it with a game to spare. So believe, keep going, rest up, and let's go again.
Absolutely, that has to be the message. And Leeds start again with it in just a couple of days' time. So disappointed Leeds United players head towards the tunnel down below, but many of the Leeds United fans in the travelling section have stayed in the ground to clap the players off. Coventry really didn't create an awful lot. Two key moments in the game. Header early on from Sims, and then in the second half, the counter-attack goal from Wright. Leeds, from that point on, dominated possession, played around the Coventry penalty area, but only Piroe managed to make a breakthrough. And that's why the scoreboard behind the goal at full-time read Coventry City 2, Leeds United 1.